G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. Going to make a cocktail today for Tequila Day. And honestly, any day can be Tequila Day, even though there is a designated Tequila Day apparently when this video is going up, but any day can be Tequila Day. And I looked at a few recipes and thought I'm going to do a version of an old-fashioned with tequila as the base. Now these days when people say old-fashioned, people automatically assume it's a whiskey drink, either like a bourbon or a rye normally, but whiskey. But what traditionally an old-fashioned it's just any spirit, a sweetener and bitters. So I'm going to play around a bit using tequila as the starting point. And I'm also going to play, there's a cocktail called the Godfather, which is basically an old-fashioned with amaretto, an almond liqueur. And I'm going to do that as a modifier on this, or not amaretto, but something very similar. So given this a tequila version of a Godfather, I decided I'd call it Il Padrino, and then I wasn't surprised when I looked that up online. There are a lot of cocktails that people called Il Padrino. They were basically versions of a Godfather with a spirit that comes from a country where Spanish is the dominant language, and not just tequila, also rum and some other spirits as well. But I'm going to do one, it's Tequila Day, this is going to be for tequila, so let's go with Il Padrino. First up, we're going to go with the tequila. Obviously, I'm using Espolon, using their Reposado tequila. You use the tequila you got, or your favorite tequila. I like to use Reposado as opposed to Silva or Blanco tequilas. Just got a bit more character, but you go with what you like. I'm going to start with 1 ounce, 30 mils of Reposado tequila. I decided to have a bit of fun and do a split base. I'm also going to do 1 ounce of Mezcal. If I understand the terminology correctly, Mezcal is a tequila, but not all tequila is Mezcal. There are very strict rules about what you have to do to officially be a Mezcal. I'm pretty sure Mezcal is tequila, but not all tequila is Mezcal. Feel free to correct me in the comments if that's wrong, but I'm sure that's how it goes. I'm going to add 1 ounce, 30 mils of Mezcal. As I said, a Godfather traditionally has amaretto in it, an almond liqueur, and I'm going to do a little variation. This is actually a little sample bottle I got from an Australian distillery called Lux Brew. They do a lot of Australian bush food inspired liqueurs. I got a whole bunch of little sample bottles to decide which one I like best. This was right up there. This is like 1 or 2 in all the ones I sampled. They call this Acacia Wattle Seed liqueur. It has a really nutty taste. It's spectacularly good, in fact. If you're in, I don't think you can get this outside of Australia. If you're in Australia, I would recommend checking out the Lux Brew ones. This is great. And I'm just going to put 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of this in. For a sweetener, I'm going to use agave syrup. I think this is meant to be used for cooking. I just got it from Costco, but because tequila and tequila and mezcal are both agave based, thought I'd use an agave syrup. But I'm just going to put just 1/4 ounce, which is about 7.5 mils of agave syrup in. To round things out, some bitters. I'm going to put a couple of dashes of orange bitters in. This is a stirred cocktail, so we add ice to our glass, and I'm going to give that a little stir with the help of Gaz Regan's magic finger. Now chill that down, get a little bit of dilution, so stir that for about 30 revolutions. I'm going to strain that into a rocks glass with a big chunk of my magic clear ice in there. If you've ever wanted to make clear ice, if you haven't seen my video, there's a link at the end of this video. If you're on a budget and have limited freezer space, how to make clear ice at home, very easy. You basically just need an insulated coffee cup. So yeah, just gonna strain that into the glass. And because this is just a very lightly colored drink, it really lends itself to the clear ice. If you're going to be fussy, we could do a peel of lemon or orange on this, I think. I did a quick look around, and due to lack of preparation, I didn't have a fresh orange here, but I have dehydrated orange that I think... Look, I'll just sit it on top of the ice, in fact. That looks quite nice. And now, we give it a bit of a taste. Oh, yes. I love an old fashioned. Like I said, you can sub in virtually any spirit in an old fashioned and they'll be different, but they'll have their own taste. And adding that nutty element, so you get the Godfather, or in this case, Il Padrino. And there's a lot of things you can do. Like I said, amaretto is quite common. There are a lot of good macadamia nut liqueurs out there at the moment. The one I used is a bit fringe, like you'd have to be in Australia to get that one that's wattle seed. But wherever you are in the world, there's going to be options. A nut liqueur in an old fashioned to turn it into a Godfather is just a really nice twist. It's really simple. It tastes really good. I'm glad I did the split base as well with mezcal. You've got the smokiness. Oh yeah, no, that's a quality drink. I like that. Suitable tribute for Tequila Day, an Il Padrino. Essentially, tequila old fashioned with a nut liqueur. So it's a Mexican version of a Godfather. And I'm going to enjoy this. If you're going to have a tequila drink today as well, I hope you enjoy it. Cheers to you. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it'd be great if you did. Click like, all those things. Just, make the algorithm think everyone loves me. I'm desperate. It's just isn't it really weird how YouTubers feel compelled to do that? It's because the algorithm, we worship the algorithm. I'm going to forget the algorithm and just have my Il Padrino. Look, I hope you look after yourself. Look after the people around you. Until I see you again, cheers.